so refreshing. This is Jo Malone Basil and Neroli. So I think I mentioned earlier, Neroli is one of my favorite notes ever. I think they're so timeless, and basil and neroli is so fresh. It's more fresh than Tom Ford Neroli Portofino Agua. There's more greenness to the Jo Malone Basil and Neroli. This is one of my favorite scents. I have the body butter, like the massive body cream, and I have the home candle for all for the scent basil and neroli, because I when it's hot in the city and when I have to go somewhere to commute in the subway, there's no worse feeling than feeling sticky and sweaty. And if you have basil and neroli, it simply just takes away all of that like sticky summer commuting feeling at once. If you want to feel fresh before you arrive in a meeting, because I am usually very close to being late. If it's an event, then I'm always late. Events, I don't need to be there at the time when the event happens, but business meetings, I do have to be there on time, and I'm close to being late. So after I get out of the subway, I usually find myself kind of racing to the meeting location. This is like one of my top summer perfume ever. Hi everyone, Jade here. I know this is me on a different day, wearing a different shirt. While I was editing, I realized that I lost a clip of one of the top 10 summer fragrances for women, so here I am, just filling in the gaps. If you could be so kind sharing what is your top 10 best summer fragrances for women in discussion, I would be very excited to check them out. So the other summer fragrances I think is absolutely very essential for someone who loves a herb, a rosy, minty and refreshing tone. It is Flora Botanica by Balenciaga. So this perfume reminds me of when I was living in Miami. That's actually when the perfume first came out in 2012, I believe. And I first sniffed and sprayed in Bal Harbour shops in Bal Harbour, which is the northern of Miami Beach Peninsula. So this reminds me of a very rebellious, fun, just like FOMO kind of experience that I feel like this is very youthful scent in a way that the herb and mintiness is wrapped around the rose, and there's cannabis, like the herb of cannabis in here. So when I say, why do I say FOMO? Because I feel like there's a time in our lives that we just want to do everything we can, and the 24 hours is too short for us. Not in a way that you are kind of like going through your task for the day, but in a way that you just want to meet the most amount of people and have the most amount of fun. And this is what Flora Botanica reminds me of, I think it's a great, refreshing, minty summer scent for women. Yep. Okay, last one of my top 10 summer perfume. This comes with a weird memory. This is Old Songs by Diptyque, EDT version, but in a limited impossible bouquet packaging. So I actually gifted this to my mom for her birthday in a different packaging. And this reminds me of Maldives, where you are throwing this out, you're wearing very cheeky bikinis and throwing out a silky cover up that is kind of sheer, so people can see through your cover up to your really cute bikinis, and you're walking outside your private overwater bungalow. And then at the cabana, there's already breakfast, full breakfast, and with juice, pastry, and also hot plates that you ordered the night before, served there already by your personal butler. And your beautiful turquoise overwater pool is shimmering, shining under the sun, and you smell like this orange blossom and bitter orange, and juniper berry. And in the base there's patchouli and angelica. So yeah, beautiful memory for a very cheeky, kind of like sexy lady. And then I broke my foot in Maldives, and this scent reminds me of that. So still love it though. Well, thank you for watching my first video here about my top 10 perfume for the summer 2020. Please subscribe and like this video, and I hope to see you in my next one.